this is what your clutch should do, but before this mine was completely stuck, even with the clutch pulled in. If your motorcycle clutch won't disengage, this is the full fix, and honestly it caught me a little bit off guard. And in last week's video, which is linked below if you want to see how we got to this point, we removed the coolant, we removed the engine oil, we removed the kickstarter, we removed the coolant lines, we removed the rear brake lever, and we got that clutch cover or engine cover off of the bike. We got that all completely re-powder coated, and a massive thank you to the guys at New Tech Powder Coaters. And we then got it all back together with a brand new clutch, all new seals and all new gaskets. However, unfortunately, I missed a couple of bits when I was in the ordering process. So we need to finish it off today. So if you want to see the full repair, guys, stick around to the end of this video, and don't forget, smash that subscribe button, hit like, and don't forget to drop us a comment. And this is where we got to at the end of last week, because yours truly forgot to order some parts. So we now have the seal that we need that goes on the freshly powder coated oil cap. So we can pop that on now. We need to pop this back in here. We can put the oil filter back over the top. We can stick a little bit of grease around this seal, and we can stick the oil filter cap back on. And wouldn't it have been nice to be able to do that last week? Next up is the oil seal that goes in there, which, to be fair, I damaged getting it out. Didn't realise it was there, so didn't order another one. It was hidden behind the mechanical oil seal. Yeah, all the excuses, but ultimately my fault. Not to worry. Took a little bit of grief in the comments about not being able to finish a video in one hit. It's a fair comment. However, I do only get 1 day a week, few hours, 1 day a week to work on my bikes and get the video edited. And I like to put out one a week if we can. So I've got the new seal, tiny, tiny little seal. Now we've got to find something to push that all the way home with. Right, let's give you a little bit of a close up. Right, that's that sealing. Don't know how well you guys can see that. So that's the first sealing. The next one is where I started to have a little bit of a problem. So this is the mechanical oil seal now. And that just pushes in here like this. But let's find something that fits over there nicely. Let's get you in shot first. Let's find something that fits over there nicely to knock it in with. Right, that might get us some of the way. Right, this is a mechanical seal, guys.
So if you've never come across one of these before, blah, 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 get your words out. If you have never come across one of these before, guys, here's an old one, look. And we've just pressed that new one. You saw me press that bit into the casing. So we've got a spring there. And then we've got a seal here. Okay. You can see it on the new one as well. So this bit's sprung loaded. This shaft has the water pump impeller over it like this. And on the back of the water pump impeller, you've got the other part of the seal. So this is the old bit. Okay, so that then sits against there, pushes against it. That water pump impeller needs to spin. So it creates a seal between the two while it's turning. Quite clever, really. So we've got our water pump impeller there. And there we go. We've got our new seal pushed back into there. And then we can put this over the top here, he says. Like that. And then we've got a 10mm nut on here. Right, next we need to put this water pump cover back on, if we can remember how. Like that. But first, it needs a new gasket. Now, because it's been vapor blasted, all the surfaces are clean. So we haven't had to do any work there, which is nice. So one of them. Now this is the only place where the bolts are a different size. So you have one longer one, which goes up the top. All right, now that's back in. We've got one little union that needs to go back in here. That I'm making it look difficult here, aren't I? Now, underneath, we've got a tiny little coolant drain plug that I've just put a new copper washer on. So we can fit that in under here. Right, we need to put the water pipes back on now, but they're caked in mud. We just can't do it, can we? Let's give them a wash. Right, that's all the hoses cleaned up and back on. Let's just get these back where they need to be. Let's do that one up first. Make life easier for us, maybe. Nice. They look a lot better. Right, so we got the clutch cable bracket that needs to go back on here. Right, that's that bracket back in there. Now, clutch cable. One through there, one through there. Let's get that in there. We've got plenty of slack because it's undone at the other end. Put the oil cap in while we've got a load of dust flying around. Right, I've just got the cable in at the lever end. Got a nice amount of free play on the lever. So we'll just nip these up a little bit. And then we can have a final adjustment in a minute. I've put the little stopper bolt back in there. That's got a machined end on it, so don't get that mixed up with any of the other bolts. Oil filter's back in now. Water pump sorted, that's the word I wanted to say. Let's get the kickstart back on, shall we? Right, it's time for the manual starter motor mechanism. I've had this powder coated too. And that went on a lot easier than what it came off. Splendid. That's a lot nicer. Let me pop this brake lever back on. You've seen me do it a couple of times, so I'll smash forward with a bit of fast forwarding, I reckon. How much better is that looking, guys? Let's hope it solved the problem at the same time. Right, I've just popped the sump plug back in and torqued it up with a new copper washer. That's done. So let's get some fluids back in it. Right, that's the oil where it needs to be. We'll check it again once we've run it up. Right, so twin rads, fill from this side, other side's got a bleed screw in the top. So I've undone that, which is a little 12mm plastic bleed screw. Right, that's the coolant filled. We'll get it running and make sure that it's bled up properly and all of that other good stuff, if we can get the cap back on. There we go. Problem solved, guys. Goes in all the gears. We've got no oil leaks. We've got no coolant leaks. All is well. Right, job done, guys. I'm really happy with that. It's going in gear, clutch feels nice. Just going to recheck the coolant and the oil levels, but I think we'll call this a done job, don't you? So if you've made it this far, guys, thank you so much. Please smash subscribe, hit like, drop us a comment. Those things are completely free of charge and they really help the channel out. And we're so close to 2,000 subscribers. It'd be great to hit them sooner rather than later. So I'm going to stick some videos here and here and here for you guys to carry on watching some of our other bike projects. And if you are here for the Harley Davidson, it won't be long and we'll be back with it. We're just collecting up parts for the engine. So have a great bank holiday weekend, guys, and I'll catch you next week.